How do I decide what to paint? If you're new to painting, one dimension you may encounter is the question, but what should I paint? In a world with limitless possibilities, how do you decide what to paint? If you've encountered or been overwhelmed by this question, I'm going to share with you some of what I've learned during my 20 plus years of creating art consistently, and hopefully support you to move through any barriers you might have created in relation to this part of the painting process, of simply deciding what it is you want to paint. I'd recommend not being too precious, and if you come up with something you think could work, to just go for it and see how it goes once you start making that idea physical. For now, I'm going to share how, with my latest piece, I walked through this eternal question that's caused a lot of unnecessary anxiety in the minds, bodies, and beings of artists and artists-to-be. Before this painting, I came off what I consider to be 3 successful smaller works. But then I had a family vacation plan, so couldn't jump right into the next piece. I had this strong urge to paint another lion head, but this time larger. This idea, however, would have to wait, because I was leaving for about 10 days. I wondered what would happen to this idea and even had some fear and anxiety that it would go away or I'd lose it, and I would return to the studio feeling uninspired or aimless or unmotivated. However, I didn't allow myself to worry about this too much. If anything, I deliberately stood within a point of curiosity towards this idea to see if it would hold or morph or change into something else. I didn't want to be too precious about the idea. I allowed myself to just see what would happen. When I returned to my studio after my vacation, wouldn't you know it, the urge to paint the lion was gone. And so I was faced with a blank canvas and the age-old question, what should I paint? Here are some of the dimensions that I can see contributed to me eventually deciding to choose a deer head as the subject of my painting. The previous 3 paintings were more portrait-style animal heads, and I liked this theme, so wanted to carry that over into the next piece. I've painted so many subjects over the years, and at this stage, I feel like wildlife is something I enjoy painting and feel like there are a lot of potentials I could explore within this theme. This is important, that feeling of potential, where there seems to be a lot there when I consider the subject. I like that it's fairly marketable and that it connects to my sculptural work that is also wildlife. But what animal should I paint? The lion is powerful, and I like the concept or idea of strength inherent in the subject of the lion. I'm a Canadian artist and also like the alignment of painting animals that are going to speak to my audience, whom are predominantly from North America. And so an animal from this area of the world and something in my backyard, so to speak, would be nice. The shape of the canvas very much informed the decision to paint this deer. When I realized I only had the vertical format canvas, I was deterred from painting the lion. I also considered I wanted a popular animal, something a lot of people could relate to, and something I could relate to. When I started considering the deer, it clicked right away, as a universal enough animal as well as something that would fit nicely on my canvas. I find deers have a regality to them, which I like, and with the antlers as part of the subject, I felt like I would still be able to infuse into the painting those dimensions of strength and power that I like so much about the lion. And so here we are. Those are a few considerations I had while deciding on the subject matter for this recent painting. I look forward to exploring this theme of where ideas come from in future content. Thanks for watching. See you next time.